Alright, so I know I missed a week, so I'm sorry about that. Um, but yeah, we're here to talk about this week's Tokyo Revengers, episode 18, Open Fire. Um, so yeah, let's just dive into it. You guys know what I'm gonna say first. You guys should already know. These are middle schoolers. Middle schoolers. When we're like 10, like 12 or 13, that's when this is happening. I'm just saying. Take that how you will. All right. So there's more exposition about Kiseki being the big bad. Chifuyu mentions it, all these flashbacks and all the future backs mention it. He's obviously the big bad. He just came into the limelight, so I'm very curious to see how this goes, even though it's kind of set up, you know, how it's going to go. Um, the Mikey leading Valhalla thing is interesting because Draken says that Tomon loses to Valhalla, but that Valhalla joins Tomon, that's the current Tomon. Um, so I guess Mikey is the leader of this like hybrid organization. I don't know. Either way, Mikey's on top, so I'm fine. I'm happy. Mikey beating the living daylights out of Kazutora was so satisfying. Oh my god, I could watch that forever. Kazutora was a scumbag who killed his brother Shinichiro, and he beat and killed Baji in that timeline. That's no, 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 no. I'm so glad Kazutora gets his what's the word comeuppance. Yeah, I think so. So with that, Draken mentions that Mikey doesn't get locked up because Kiseki had a fall guy, so he doesn't get arrested. Kiseki is playing 5D chess here. Like he sees everything coming, and he has a like plan for it, and he has a contingency for things he doesn't see coming. And again, he's a middle schooler. This guy would be like a four-star general if he were an adult. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. I kind of feel bad for Draken, like having to talk to Takamichi and I think Yaoto, Hina's brother, whatever his name is, he doesn't matter, and reliving these past memories and talking about this. Like this must be taking a huge emotional toll on him, and I feel bad for him because Draken is he's such a sweet guy at the end of the day. So I just looked it up, and it's not Yaoto, it's Naoto. So my bad. But yeah, having Takamichi having to go back to stop the bloody Halloween, it's repetitive because that's the same thing that he had to do on August 3rd to save Draken from dying, and that was supposed to be like a pivotal change. Now he has to do it again to stop Mikey from killing Kazutoro. Naoto, he's asking for a lot. He's asking for a lot, man. And this is just an aside, I guess. Takamichi, and his girlfriend Hina, they're dating. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, but they haven't even Held hands. Granted, this is middle school, so it's like I'm not expecting like a love story. But I mean, come on, man. Just do something cute. That's all I'm asking. Kazutora, well, when Draken meets up with Kazutora to try to find a diplomatic way to end this, and Kazutora saying he's not the same person after everything he's gone through, that's weak sauce, man. That's weak sauce. He's I will leave an image somewhere around here, perfectly explaining this in meme form. In meme form. So Baji, the author made sure to separate past Baji from current Baji with the hair length, which is very helpful to a dumb person like me. um, when Baji and Kazutora killed Mikey's brother Shinichiro, Baji had short hair up around here. Now we fast forward to Baji in this current timeline with his long hair standing at Shinichiro's grave, you know, wondering, thinking. He's just trying to not even come to terms with everything, he's just trying to understand everything and how things got to where they are. And around this time of the episode, there's a random pan to Mitsuya, and we don't really know much about him, except he's a division commander, and I guess he's an OG, but I'm calling it now. There's going to be something with him, something important with him, something impactful with him. Sorry, I keep looking away. I'm looking at my notes. I do this for you guys. When Chifuyu and Takamichi meet up with Baji, and Takamichi's like, "Hey, can I have a few minutes to speak to Baji alone?" Bro, that took some guts. That took some balls of steel. My man, he stares into the face of death. Although they're middle schoolers, just reminding everyone, he stares into the face of death and he keeps going, and I respect that. Takamichi, a real one. And can we just jump back to when Mikey threatened to kill Takamichi if he failed to bring Baji back? And now it's like, it's all gravy. No big deal. These middle schoolers talk about murder like it's nothing. And I just want to bring light to that. I love the series. I'm definitely going to keep watching. I might even get into the manga. But they're middle schoolers, guys. They're not like Yakuza level adults. That's all I'm saying. Take that how you will. This episode, it gave some, I don't know the word, I guess indication of what the OG Toman founder status is to Mikey. They mentioned it, but they didn't really highlight it. Like they did Kazutora or the Coming War. Mikey, he saved Kazutora from going to like serious prison. I don't know what the Japanese legal system is, but he spoke on his behalf. So Kazutora only went to juvie for 2 years, even though he killed Mikey's brother. That says a lot about Mikey's character. He stays by his people. He stands behind his people. He'll always have their back. And now with Baji, even though Baji left Toman, beat his vice commander, Chifuyu, to a pulp as an initiation rite into Valhalla, he still wants to bring him back to Toman. Mikey takes oaths seriously. He takes his OGs seriously. And I respect that. I really respect that. Also, why are all these like middle school delinquent gangs coming to like see this fight? Like, is it that big of a deal? I don't know, man. Also, Valhalla has 300 members. Bro, how big are the prefectures in Japan? I'm just saying. I'm just an ignorant gaijin. Well, one day I'll be a gaijin when I get to Japan. But I'm just saying. I'm calling it out the Haitani brothers. I'm probably butchering that, but whatever. They're going to be big shots. They're going to be important later down the line after this whole Valhalla arc. And I just want to ask, how are these middle schoolers getting access to these like fighting grounds, these construction sites? There's active construction equipment and vehicles in the background. So there's obviously work being done in this area. How are these middle schoolers getting access here? I just don't get it. I know that there's a suspension of disbelief when it comes to fiction, especially when it comes to anime. Manga. But it's just, come on, man. This is a little too much. Age them up a little, and it'll be more believable. That's all I'm saying. Because they're middle schoolers. I like how Mikey he paid respect to the referee, and I also appreciate how Kazutora beat the shit out of him and said, "What is this? Why are there? Why do you think there'd be rules? Why do you think, you know, there'd be conditions? This is just a fight between gangs." I appreciate that. Mikey is old school, like his brother, like he mentioned to Takamichi in that one episode, and Kazutora is the new school. He's the new generation of delinquents who just think I can do whatever I want. I appreciate the contrast. And shout out to that one guy. He's not important enough for me to look up his name. You guys know who I'm talking about. Maybe around here, I'll be posting his name and picture or something, but whatever. But the referee, he had some balls. Stupid balls, but balls nonetheless. I respect that. And can we just appreciate when the fight starts and Takamichi is rushing with Toman towards Valhalla? Like, my man's he's cried 1,000 times more than he's thrown a punch this whole series. But I mean, he's got plot armor and the power of friendship, so he'll be fine, of course. But I just want to appreciate this weak ass kid um, going with the big dogs. I just want to appreciate that. I just want to mention that. Honorary shout out. So now we've gone to the end game. I've seen some scans of the manga and where it's going, and I've read some of the stuff on the wiki, so I know what happens and to resolve this Valhalla arc. But if we're just sticking to the story, damn, it's crazy. I don't know who I don't know who would come out as the victor. Like, putting aside my knowledge of of the manga and plot armor, this seems like a very interesting fight. And this whole thing hinges on Mikey not killing Kazutora. Because it seems to me that Toman would have won this battle, but they took the L because Mikey committed murder. And then all the middle school biker gang politics came in and they joined forces or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, this was a very good episode. I really enjoyed it. I They're really pushing the battle aspect of this, but I appreciated the background of it. Talking about the OGs of Toman, like sharing more about Mikey's mind, sharing more about the leadership of Toman, and this is going to be a good fight. We all know where it's going to go. It's a shonen. We all know where it's going to go. We all know who's going to win. But it's going to be an interesting fight. I want to see what happens to Kazutoro. I want to see Baji come back home. I know this is asking a lot, but I want to see Takamichi like kick some ass. But I mean, like, I also want a Lamborghini, so I'll be expecting disappointment. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I will try to make a review video for the next episode. I do not promise anything. So yeah, you guys know what's coming. I'm sorry, just exit the video now. But please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Starting out, I'm doing this out of passion and fun, and it'd be nice to build a community. To know that, some people are watching my videos. So yeah, like and subscribe. And yeah, let's see what happens next week.